Wally Wingert here, creator of Donny Druthers Christoween Capers, our 13-story series that we're highlighting during the Christoween season from October 2nd all the way through Christmas Day. Our Christoween gift to you. It's week 6, and chapter 6 comes right off the dark side of the moon. An interstellar Santa Claus fan comes to Earth with a very special intergalactic request. Here's Donny Druthers Christoween Capers Story 6, Mission of the Moon Monster. Story the Enjoy Please now.
The super wolf blood moon shone high in the sky. When Donnie caught a glimpse of it, he shouted, "Oh my! Blitzen has surely become wolfy by now. Those weird deer genetics run deeply, and how." But then he spied something that was most unusual, a sight so uncanny he almost blew a fusual. Something spewed out from behind the moon's surface and headed right towards Donnie, which made him quite nervous. What was this projectile coming toward him with velocity? A moon rock? A laser? An alien, quite possibly. Oh, could it be so that he'd meet a moon creature? He could help it, instruct it, and be the creature's teacher. He'd show it around this big planet so blue, and tell it no false tales, but only tales true. The creature would marvel at things that were shown, but Donnie had a few burning queries of his own. Like, could he fly up there, live a life a la lunar? He's aching to get there, not later, but sooner. Donnie has his own spacesuit. Oh, could he go, please? By the way, is the moon really made out of cheese? The questions race like rockets through Donnie's fertile mind. If it's really a moon creature, here's hoping it's kind. The thing's getting closer and bigger. It's here. A steaming and smoldering big silver sphere. Landed and sparked this glittery thing, but how could it fly? It had not a wing. An aperture opened with an unearthly whoosh, but something got stuck. A claw gave it a push. Donnie heard a mumble, "Fixed that get, must I?" And then it stepped forward, about 4 feet high. Amazing! A being from Earth's satellite. The costume it wore was shiny and bright. It looked Donnie over with its big bulbous orbs. Its large, throbbing brain stores the data it absorbs. Its 2 chattering teeth looked ready to bite. Donnie was ecstatic. He'd never seen such a sight. Not frightened, but beaming, he extended his hand. "Welcome to Earth, Mr. Moon Man?" But the creature tweren't boy, the creature tweren't girl. This creature 'twas something that tweren't of this world. The moon monster's yellow teeth bent to a smile. "Pal my be you will, leave friends so look you child?" Donnie's mind puzzled, couldn't grasp its strange speech. This odd language barrier must somehow be breached. The only thing he could think of was to blurt out a yes. From the look on its face, this word pleased the strange guest. Just then Donnie shuddered. To what did he agree? Was it innocent tomfoolery or a takeover decree? Oh, the conquest of Earth could be all Donnie's doing. Just what was the moon monster's throbbing brain brewing? Quest A on I'm, time long a been its. Donnie started to understand pieces and bits. The words were all there, but the structure was screwy. He must find the answer. Oh, what could he do? Then he thought, I'll call Santa. He's quite a clever feller. He speaks all tongues, domestic and interstellar. He removed his phone slowly so the alien wouldn't fret. Donnie didn't want it to think it's a threat. The moon monster cautiously eyed Donnie's hands, feeling uncertain about the boy's plans. "Harm no me do please," the moon monster did chitter, as it stood in the moonlight, its spacesuit a-glitter. Donnie pressed the button for Santa's speed dial. The moon monster quivered, then started to smile. For on Donnie's phone, Santa's picture appeared. Then the moon monster suddenly lost all its fear. "Arrived, I've why he's, Claus Termis love we." And it's then Donny Druthers was starting to see. Santa answered the call and said, "Donnie, hello!" The moon monster chittered aloud, "Ho, ho, ho!" "Who was that?" Santa asked. "Didn't sound much like you." "That's my problem," Donnie said. "I don't know what to do." He told Santa Claus the whole wonderful story, how the moon monster landed in sparkling glory. Then he clicked on an app so that Santa could see, and took vids of the moon monster quaking with glee. Then Santa leaned in with an interested gaze. "It looks like our friend has come quite a long ways. I'll tell you the truth, though it might make you swoon. Our friend has come from the dark side of the moon. And that's why its skin is all yellow and splotchy, just like the moon's surface, uneven and blotchy. And its eyes big and buggy to live in low light. But we still don't know why it has come here tonight." Donnie said, I don't get anything that it's saying, all mishmashed and jumbled like a game that it's playing. Santa said, hold the phone so our friend sees and hears me. I'll explain that there's certainly no reason to fear me. Santa spoke to the moon monster on Donnie's phone. Old Mooney struck a pose, genuflective and prone. As if worshipping an idol, it dipped and it bowed, and started speaking these words quite loud and quite proud. You greet and you meet to Lee Fam, my by-sent. It's then Santa realized just what Mooney meant. Mean you what stander un, now can I friend young? How could Santa speak in this alien strange tongue? The words sounded weird coming from Santa's mouth. Donnie didn't know what he was talking about. Was Santa enchanted, possessed, maybe worse? Santa said, Donnie boy, Mooney speaks in reverse. That solved the puzzle of Moon Monster's strange speech. Now across language barriers both beings could reach. Santa said, all is opposite on the moon's darker side. Now talk to it backwards. Go on, give it a try. Donnie spoke carefully, cautious and slow. Earth to come well, and you meet too nice so. Mooney danced all about and Santa said, bingo! Moon Monster was happy to hear its own lingo. Donnie had fun playing gentle inquisitor. He learned quite a lot from the strange lunar visitor. Soon Mooney's intentions revealed themselves clear. There's no Christoween on the moon every year. Santa said, shame a that's, and he started to ploy. Moon Monster had certainly met the right boy. Donnie is filled with Christoween expertise. Mooney said, wait, can't I restore thee us tell please? Donnie took Moon Monster into his lair. He showed it the Christoween posters in there. He presented with passion, he presented with wit. Year Riev months Jormay, 2 4-pence hap it. But the Christoween season had already passed. Sad so teapart thee of and the was month last. It was then old Moon Monster hung its big head in shame. Christoween, it had seemed, had gone and had came. Mooney's trip was too late, missed it all by that much. Mooney cried out, time of waste big as such. First Donnie was sad, but then Donnie got glad. Christoween's not a just one-time only type fad. Not at all, Donnie thought. Christoween time is annual. At least that's what it says in Donnie's handwritten manual. There are several months left in the year to start planning. Lots of time for old Santa to stage a moon landing. Then Donnie recalled the lunar rule of reverse. On the moon it's all backwards, Donnie shouted quite terse. And the opposite time of the year on the moon would put Christoween time from April to June. When Donnie explained it to Mooney, jubilation. In 4 months the moon's Christoween celebration. It would take lots of plotting. It would take tons of genius. If the sleigh went too far, it could wind up on Venus. But a sleigh comes with certain stratospheric limitation. Because of the physics, it would take mitigation. How could Santa breathe in the cold spatial void? Would Santa agree or just be annoyed? Donnie rang Santa up again to tell him his epiphany. I know, Santa dear, you've been waiting to hear from me. I've got a solution, a time and a place. I know you're amazing, but can you travel to space? The other end of the phone had grown deathly silent. Would Santa Claus laugh or turn angry and violent? Was the question to Santa offensive, obtuse? Donnie feared for the worse. Oh, what was the use? Just then Santa ripped out a big ho ho ho. I love outer space. I've always wanted to go. For years I've had inklings bounce around in my pocket. So I have been secretly building a rocket. And now it's all finished, all shiny and new. And the best part of all, it's called Rudolph 2. Donnie explained the good news to pal Mooney. Elated, excited, old Mooney danced loony. Moon Monster sped back to its dark rocky home and logged the whole journey in a Christoween tome. Mooney told all the others about Donnie, his chum, and talked all about Christoween that would come. Santa picked Donnie up on a set day in June, and both of them readied for their trip to the moon. Yes, Santa asked Donnie if he would assist. He brought all the Moon Monster's Christoween lists. June is a time Santa's not very busy. Donnie's excited, dancing in a whiz-tizzy, for he's always wanted to visit the moon. And now here he was, on the moon, and in June. When Donnie returned, he had lots of great tales of moon creatures he met with the faces of snails. The journey was perfect without any flaws. The rocket flew well thanks to Captain Santa Claus. To commemorate memories of his fine trip, he took out some fabric, draw, measure, and snip. He remembered his friend who loved backwards talking and created a Moon Monster Christoween stocking.